Hey guys, Ryan here. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about 3 ways you can improve your KD almost instantly by just watching this video. So the very first thing we're going to talk about is how you need to learn to isolate 1v1s. If you want to know what the core is for my high kill games, for me 1v3 and 1v4 in squads, or coming up with the great clutch at the end of the game, it's isolating 1v1s. And the way you do that is by using movement, it's by using cover, and it's by being aware of your surroundings and where your opponents are and where your potential opponents are. The easiest way you could implement this into your gameplay almost immediately is to learn to play cover better. Don't play behind cover all scared. Learn to use cover to get intel, to peek, but to isolate gunfights. I want you to pay attention to this background clip so I can show you what I mean by this, because you want to use cover to manipulate 1v1s. I see 2 people looking at me, so I'm going to crouch behind and make sure I can only peek the left side. Then I see him go to the right and I make sure I can only focus him. That first guy I got down is still up and still alive, so I'm not going to over peek. I'm going to check this corner. I see him. I don't have any bullets, so what do? Hit him with the nice little throwing knife. But as you saw, I had 2 people. They were out in the open. They were able to shoot me, but I manipulated cover by playing it correctly and not just hiding behind it. But the other key thing is I didn't over peek. You have to understand, you can't just hide and not have any intel, but you can't over peek and leave yourself overexposed and exposed to too many lines of sight. By learning to manipulate cover to isolate 1v1s, you can start to clutch 1v3s, 1v4s, 1v2s, and you can start clutching games and winning them. So the second thing we're going to talk about in this video is you need to learn to develop a mental checklist. What I mean by this is in every situation, you should have your priorities already set before you get into that situation. When you are landing, you want to land in a spot that has a buy station nearby. You have to start prioritizing squads near you. You need to start thinking about getting a gun immediately. You need to prioritize plate, getting close to your teammates and playing trade position. You need to get that mental checklist already going the moment you hit the ground and are playing. The other part about this is you mentally need to be very quick in Warzone. You need to be thinking about everything. You need to be focusing on getting to cover quick. You need to be focusing on getting your money for a loadout quick, giving your money to your teammate quick. You want to do everything as quick as possible. There's tiny little milliseconds all throughout the game that you could eliminate, that if you focus on eliminating them, they will save your life, guys. Those ghost milliseconds, they're ghost seconds, they're what I call them. You can't see them. You can't see the ways they're impacting your game. And if you eliminate these quote-unquote ghost seconds, you're going to have so many more good games, so many more wins, so many more kills, and you won't even notice why. They're the tiny little things that you can't notice that separates you and top players. When there's that quarter of a second delay in your brain with looting compared to top players, that will add up, because every person you kill, that delay that you have with looting is going to start to add up and multiply, and that delay at the buy station is going to add up and multiply. And obviously this doesn't mean you have to play perfect. I know there's plenty of times where I'm not playing perfect, I'm looting too long or whatever, but what I'm trying to say is by focusing on being faster and by having that mental checklist before you go into situations, you're going to allow yourself to go through things quicker. You're going to start just playing quicker as a player, and you're going to mentally be quicker. You're going to start looting bodies quicker. You're going to know what you want to loot. You're going to be able to loot it way quicker. You're going to be able to buy things way quicker. You're going to get to cover way quicker. You're going to recognize opponents and situations real quickly. So all I'm saying is just mentally make a plan, make a little checklist, and then focus on just being quicker with your thoughts the whole time you play. But with that being said, we're going to move into the third and final topic, and that's that any good players focused on long-term progression, guys. So what I mean by this is when I made my first KD video, I think it was about a month ago, 3 weeks ago, I had a 3.25 KD. And when the season ended, I ended at a 3.62 KD, and now it's been bugged and not tracking my stats. But if I had to guess, I'm probably right around a 3.7 or something like that. So that means I took my KD from a 3.25 to right around a 3.6, 3.5, 3.7 in that area. And the point I want to get across is that means I was continuously getting better at the game and playing at a better level than I was before. This doesn't mean that every day I hopped on, my KD went up. In fact, some days in Call of Duty, I'd hop on, I'd play 3 games, and they just go terrible. My KD probably dropped by 0.4, or I mean not 0.4, 0.04, something like that, and that's okay. Some days I will literally hop on, and I'm not kidding, I will play 6 to 7 games, and almost every single game will be double-digit kill games. I'll have a 20 kill game, but almost every single game will be 13, 15 kills, and those days they're gonna raise my KD by an insane amount. Sometimes it's just my mental mood, how much sleep I had, how dehydrated I am, if I'm sick, the people I'm playing with, but a lot of it's just luck, guys. And that's why the key thing is to focus on getting better in the long term and don't worry about the short-term results. If you have a good day, awesome. Take it in stride. Understand that it hopefully will be one of many good days of Warzone. But if you have a bad day in Warzone, your KD drops a good bit, don't worry about it. Don't stress it. It's just another day, and it's about getting better in the long term. As long as you're becoming a better player, you will get a better KD. I promise that, guys. I was able to take my KD from a 3.3 before Caldera came out all the way to a 3.53 once Caldera ended. That was in pretty much a year and a half, and I did that after already having 20,000 kills, guys, and I raised my KD that much in Warzone 1. So don't stress about the fact if your KD isn't where you want it to be, because I promise if you focus on being a better player, you will get better in the long run, you will get a better KD, and that's the most important thing. Focus on the long-term progression, becoming a better player, and I guarantee the rest will fall into place. Thank you guys so much for watching these videos. I really can't stress how much I genuinely appreciate the fact that you guys watch these videos, that you guys comment, and that you're just overall a part of this whole community. Thank you guys. It's been Ryan. I hope you have a good day. Peace.